Jace, or it might be something like the Ari takeaway. Remember that Rookie has been playing a crap load of Ari
as
too.
well.
But the Rakan, this was first pick last time for JDG. It's for missing. It's his favorite by far. And every single time, Lyric, that it's left open and available, I guess it's just going to be a Rakan kind of day.
And I wonder if they just go back to the same bot lane. Because you also can, like, think that, oh, maybe we don't have to go for the Jace here because they have the Vi. And, like Vi Jace, not really a pairing you think of or see two very, like, different identity champions and how they'd work together in the early game. So, yeah, you don't think that line. But I'm surprised that they might just lock in mid lane here anyway, wanting to deny the Vi Ari combo. With Spirit Rush, you're just able to follow up on that Vi ulti so easily. I like that they're taking away, especially when you highlighted that Rookie's played it like 12 times, and his next most played champion is what, three picks?
Yeah, it falls off a cliff. It's something like the Annie, right? So, also Knight, one of his most played too, but we also know Knight for picks like the Ari, the Syndra, a good takeaway. While top esports, speaking of takeaways, this might be one here, Lyric, where they don't want to give Ruler that partnership that worked so well for them in game number 1.
Yeah, not give over that duo that really does just pair well. Now, they could look to match mid if they don't want to end up getting pinched, because not like Rookie's played all too many champions. The Syndra is obviously one you're kind of always looking at that Rookie can potentially bring out when both Annie and Nico are off the table. But I'm a little bit surprised if they opt to go support here, because again, you ban out something like a Syndra. I really wonder where Rookie is going to go, or if they kind of change and they put Rookie on one of those more supportive mid laners like a Gragas or a Cassante, or something we see many other teams do, but not something that top esports have done at all this split.
No, it's just strange. I mean, seeing a Nautilus this high up, I guess they didn't want Mark to get banned away or lose some of their engage. But yeah, the picks like the Jace, right? The other things that we've seen through mid not being given over to Rookie in a priority sense means that as Wukong gets locked in, it might just be a banned Rookie season.
Yeah, Syndra comes to mind. Azir, I was going to say, we know is another one that's kind of made its way up the tier list. I guess you could also, like, I don't know how confident, like, Rookie would be pulling out something like you know, an Akali, because that's another champion that got, like, a bit of buffs, and then you can combo it well with Tian ulting into the back line and have some follow-up play, like, heavy flanks through that way. Those are kind of the three directions I see. Hell, now with the Azir gone, right? Kind of the two ways, the Syndra and Akali really being the big ones to jump out to me.
Affiliates on the other side.
Oh, another one gone.
Yeah, there we go. And let's just line it up. As you said, Syndra, the final one. I'm just noticing that they're looking towards Ruler here. And what? Zeri? No, Zeri Ricard? Yeah. What else does Ruler play? Varus? Lyric? Varus?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I mean, Jinx got a bit of a nerf. You know, we really haven't been seeing her as much, but you would assume it's, you know, probably still playable and fine to go with. But instead, a champion that you kind of pointed out, we haven't really seen as coveted, not only in game 1, but even going back to our last series. Yeah. I think it would make a lot of sense for JDG already sitting up once again for a really strong team fight. A lot of pick tools coming in now now that they have Knight's hands on that Ari. But now here's the answers we want, because we want to see where Rookie ends up with the fact that those two champions were taken off the table. This was the other pairing you'd see a lot with Vi before, but really has not been a staple of the meta whatsoever in Summer.
Well, it looks like Top Esports going to show us a bit about top first before we get to answer that towards mid. But yeah, it was something that we saw a little bit more as Wayward back on the Renekton, it feels like. We haven't seen too many flexes in the LPL so far, but look, that would mean that we get Rookie on something like the Silas then. Not going to get my hopes up yet. Going to wait and see, Lyric, as we know that the laning phase starts out a little bit shaky. He was loving this. Like, the new Aurelion Soul, he was absolutely loving. And we see it return. I mean, this is a rarity now because of how the meta shifted up a little bit. But Rookie on Aurelion Soul once again means we add that scaling in.
Yeah, we've had it picked twice so far in this split before 13-11 came out. And we get the Kai'Sa actually coming out for Ruler. He's brought this out already. Really fun. Ton of backline access for JDG, right? I mean, literally everyone has a mechanism to be able to jump in, try and take down Rookie or JackeyLove. For the side of TES, I think it's a little bit more like, right, you have solid engage coming out from the Vi and the Nautilus. but both Xayah and Acel definitely wanting to play that backline access, bring Renekton in on the flank. So I think for top esports, their team fight has more layers that you kind of need to play around. To where JDG, it's a little bit of a full send, and they have tons. Ruler coming out with the Kaisa. We're going to jump right in, be a minute in, and it looks like JDG once again hoping to secure early brush control in bot side, see if they can sniff anything out. This time they won't. It looks like Missing and Ruler not going to wait around like they did in game 1. Makes sense, right? This time around, not having that enchanter where you can try and abuse the fact that you have that engage at level 1 to try to get some summoners.
Is that Bullet Angel Kaiser or is that JackeyLove skin? That's what I want to know. No, cameraman, no.
I don't know.
That's Cassandra. No, it's important. Cameraman, he'll go down. Lyric. He knows what I'm thinking, brother. Don't you worry.
No, he's not. No, we're gonna see Wayward walk up and watch this. Just wait for it.
Nice. Is that it?
There it is. Look at that huge trade coming out from Wayward. And hey, we're back on bot lane.
Well, I'll find out in a moment at the very least anyway, but I'd have to say it'd be the best hubris if you use JackeyLove's skin against him. As this 2v2 is still going to be very exciting with Halo Blaze actually taken by Ruler as well. A little bit more aggressive in the mid lane with Comet and Electrocute this time too. As Tian, Lyric, just on the opposite side of the map. Why not?
Yeah, going to go for the invade. So wanting to have a much more proactive role in this game already, which is a good start, right? When you think about success, is good trade coming out so far.
Good trade. Actually, Ignite down. Mark steps up. Oh, Ruler. The second skin is so close to getting proc, but Mark's away. Doesn't burn his flash. He's already popped the ghost as not getting the second root. I also think that's a chroma of Samsung Galaxy Xayah, which is Ruler's skin. I actually think they've done a handshake deal and just given each other the old razzle-dazzle.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to give each other the razzle-dazzle, especially if you're JackeyLove. When you've already been razzled in the first game, and now you don't need to be dazzled.
It's actually, I don't think it is actually. I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
I have no idea. Skins. I am not versed in skins whatsoever. I know Dragon Tamer Heimer, and that's it because that has always been my favorite skin. But we're gonna see, can Kanavi find this?
You can't indeed.
Nope.
I don't think you get chromas on that. Can you get chromas on world champion skins? You can? I don't know. Guys, I shouldn't have lured myself into this. I don't know skins, dude.
You did this to yourself. Which is why I'm not touching it.
Only skin I'll know one day is when we get Disco Nunu as Kanavi out with a smite. Mark Dredgeline actually quite nice as Missing's one shot away. JackeyLove flashes for it. Observer bug there, and unfortunately not going to get the range. Missing just gets out. JackeyLove now down a summoner with Kanavi. Tian coming in as well. There's going to be a big turn. Kanavi in a bad spot has to flash away with the collapse. And it's the same as game 1. Flashes burnt, but no one dies yet.
Yeah, a lot of trading coming through bot side. I feel like the bigger deal is the fact that JackeyLove now has no flash. Kanavi's going to be missing as well.
Oh, Missing so dangerous.
God. It's on a knife's edge.
It really is. Kanavi's come back down as well. JackeyLove and Mark get the push out in the perfect time. A second or two later, Kanavi comes in. Might even get himself a kill. But they walk away, and bot lane is just chill.
But this is what we needed to see, right? After the first exchange went that was heavily favored towards Ruler and Missing, it's good that JackeyLove and Mark have been able to bring it back, right? And show that they can be competitive in the 2v2, because they've also been, one of their biggest strengths has been laning and what they're able to get. And I think, once again, kind of specifically JackeyLove, but Ruler and Missing have been the kings of dominating in just the outright laning 2v2. So, good to see JackeyLove and Mark able to answer back.
Well, at least having some kind of impact. Remember the last game, they were shoved out of lane. And then that's where Ruler and Missing found a bit of an edge in game number 1. Lyric, I can say so far, it's nice that, you know, Rookie's been able to lane too. This time on a less mobile mid laner, but still has actually been able to play out the laning phase a little bit more. But having said that, I mean, Knight is also winning out on CS on this Ahri, so things are going pretty well for him.
Yeah, Knight gonna be able to maintain pressure. I mean, we need to remember as well, like, Acel, especially after the rework, really is like a champion that just scales throughout the game, especially with, you know, your Stardust, collecting that, enabling all the rest of your abilities. he really isn't on much of wave clear duty until then.
With level 6. Oh, it's going to happen top side again. The problem is Cassante has the ability to 1v1. I mean, Ornn, you know, 369 in game 1. 1v1 on Ornn, beat Wayward on this Renekton. Cassante has a much better ability to 1v1. So, solo kill territory does exist again.
That's why, you know, when the heavy trading from Wayward got on, I'm like, oh, 369 might have messed up, but we need to remember game 1. It looked like the lane was in favor of Wayward, but then it was 369 who brought it back, and now I can be spotted out by the ward. So no dive going to come through, but at least is going to open up pressure for JDG to start this dragon. Something I expected them to do in game 1, but they elected to go for kills instead. And with a very similar strategy of keeping control around the enemy bot side jungle, I like that we see them starting to stack up objectives even earlier this game.
Yeah, a cleaner tick of approval, right? Something, again, that for JDG, because they always end up winning these lanes, usually find themselves in control of. First dragon will go down and be Chemtech to kick off the stats game as Ruler missing, just give a helping hand. Ocean's coming up next, and Lyric, I mean, Kanavi doesn't have a CS lead. He's not too far behind from Tian. But we're kind of waiting for that level 6, right? I mean, from both junglers, just to get this party started.
Yeah, and it's even more interesting just for the fact that, I mean, all the action should continue around bot lane. You won't have too many opportunities in mid. We can see Knight potentially, like, poking for opportunities in top side. But you're really just waiting for either bot lane to find, like, a committed advantage. And now with JackeyLove not having flash, we're going to see Tian spend the next, you know, little chunk of his time making sure they can keep up push and not be answered.
Just dominance in the top side. I was just waiting to see if 369 will pull anything out himself, but it's just dominance used with nothing else given away. 369 in hand has his ultimate, so not too bad here for the Cassante and top side, while Wayward goes to proxy a little bit, considering they know Kanavi's on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, nice use of the information. Now we're going to start being mindful of Herald. Looks like TES wanted to try to make a play on bot first, but with Tian being spotted out, might be the perfect counter kick. And Kanavi 6. Kanavi has ult.
E6. You're right. E6 as they go on to Ruler. Everything used, but Tian without an ulti. Finds it in the minion wave, though, but it's a little bit too late. Double Cyclone picks up first blood as the root back. JackeyLove, the old reliable AD carry this split, gets a good one as Knight comes on in, trying to kite it out, and he does. Fancy feet, JackeyLove again as he survives the bottom lane of TES, comes in clutch.
Huge outplays, great side steps, honestly superb coming out from the TES bottom lane from a game that was just dictated from early game advantages in game 1, with JDG kind of winning across the board. This time around, TES are answering back.
Ruler has ulti, but
oh, that was so close.
It was. Root almost catches him as well. He wanted that killer instinct all the way in, but Mark canceling his back like a bro and making sure that JackeyLove survives.
So we see, okay, Toppy starts sorting out the exchange, but at least they're going to deny some minions, maybe even finish off a play for themselves. But here, they wait for the Vi to hit 6, and things look good for JDG at first, with the fact that Kanavi gets in there, is going to be able to follow up once Tian flashes away. But the big difference being the fact that Ruler not really able to stay in range, get damage down, having the dodge out on the ult coming out from the Xayah, that just bursts missing. And then with Mark flashing so far away, again, who's Ruler autoing in that situation? Great play coming out from JackeyLove.
A killer piece for the bottom lane of top esports, and Herald also going down after the play as well.
I'm sad we didn't get to see the sidestep of the charm, because that was kind of really nice coming up from both Mark and JackeyLove. But you're right, now Herald in hand. You don't have plates down in any lane yet, so no, I'd say, real obvious choice coming through. I think when you look at the drafts, you really would want it to be bot, but action towards the top side?
Oh yeah, they're going to pick the 369. I mean, Tian going to get spotted out. Here's Kanavi. Both ultis available. Cyclone starts us off onto Tian again. Doesn't get a chance to press his R button as the yielding under turret 369 just ran it to give a free solo kill. Look at Wayward. He's laughing his ass off.
Maybe he feels bad. I don't know. He said in his pre-game interview, I'm going to show him who the best top laner is. I don't know if that's what you were showing there. I don't know. I could be wrong. Is that what the best top laner does?
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
if
it
he
does.
is the best top laner, that is what the best top laner does, right?
Dude, he's 369. Sometimes he's got to roll threes. It's just the way the dice works, man. You know, the rest of the time it's loaded, but for now, like we get what are the threes?
You know, maybe he should like rename and only pick high numbers, if that's how it works. You know, if the synergy is just all in the name, we're gonna see here of how everything goes down. Things looked all right. Top Esports had first turn, but the Cyclone getting the initial knockup, and Kanavi's damage is just huge. Shredding Tian, and then, yeah! Huh!
They're easy style.
Oh! I don't know what to say about this other than just making sounds.
Oh, Wayward just got a freebie. He was so happy about it, and he should be because
He was.
he trades 1 for 1. And this time around, I mean, the side lanes of Top Esports have the kills. Game 1, remember, it was all about the lanes of JDG. It was top, mid, and bot alike that were fed through the first 15 minutes. This time around, bot with the outplay. Top now with the play. it's gold given to Top Esports, an advantage they never had in Game 1.
Yeah, the whole place where JDG are strong is like we saw in that topside plays. We get a bit of a replay of what happened with Knight being forced out of lane. But the whole strength of JDG is in Kanavi. We saw him win out in that 1v1. He's been sitting on this Divine Sunderer for a little bit now, so is quite strong in some of those duels. Tian on the opposite side did finally just finish off his first item, so has picked up a Black Cleaver. And now we're to get to a point where some of the strengths of Top Esports are going to be shown. Not the fact that not only is their jungler catching up, but Rookie finishing off the Rylance. Just items across the board on the TES side.
Ooh, and Dominant Hughes, 369. That all out is available as well, but Tian drops a Herald. This is going to be big if they can find a kill, but Tian's knocked up, Q interrupted, and so it'll just be the turret instead. Wayward looking to push it down, but it'll hold on the last plate. Yeah, JDG trying to bring members up.
Yeah, 3 members all working their way towards it, but luckily Top Esports actually being disciplined, do back off, don't overstay their welcome. This now just presents JDG with the time to start retaking some of this vision. You'd already see a bit of a shallow ward line through the bottom side of River. Would be great to see them start pushing that forward at some point, especially now that that Scuttle Crab has spawned.
So the question for you, what do you reckon about Static Shiver Aurelion Sol? Are we experimenting with that? What's going on? Is it just LeBlanc?
You know, from what I've seen in the trenches, in the gutters, that is just, you know, random streams and games of League of Legends, it really seems like, you know, you should buy this on whoever you want. Are you maybe sacrificing damage elsewhere? Yes. Does Asol especially already have good enough wave clear? 100% he does. But I'd be up for it for the memes.
Sure. Anyone can get away with it.
You know what? You pull it out. We already have your master plan of like becoming the Shy's butler and then working your way up to being like a master top laner in the LPL. So bring out the top lane Static Shiv, Aurelion Sol. Could be your thing.
I mean, look, there'd be more to me than that. Let's be real. I'll wait till the Shy does something. Because the Shy, next time he plays, he might play, you know, Quinn with Static Shift. Actually, wait. That is a thing. Quinn top, if we're getting Renekton in the meta, the Shy will play his Quinn counter, and that'll have Static Shiv in the build, surely. Oh my god, I think I've just written the script. We're going to wait till the next Weibo game. That's when it'll happen. Because I feel like he will bring his Quinn back out. Surely Weibo let him.
Isn't the next... Oh, I was going to say, isn't the next Weibo game soon? The next Weibo game's tomorrow. Weibo against BLG. Yeah. You're all in for a banger. We got a banger going on right now, but you know what? You might as well look forward to that one as well.
Hell yeah. Top Esports JDG tonight. Weibo BLG. Like, it gets better and better.
We actually have the Static Shiv coming out, funnily enough, on Ruler's Kai'Sa this time around.
True.
Last time he played the Kai'Sa, because he has played it this split, was kind of before this became an obnoxious item. So didn't see it last time. Kanavi.
Tian's running in. He has to flash away. He was hoping for Ruler and Mark. This is a long play, though, is all out. I mean, 369, a lot of damage. Ruler almost with the killer instinct. Meanwhile, the skies will descend. But as they fall down, Tian's already dropped. Ruler solo. Wayward can't kill him. Top Esports opted in for this fight, but it's so janky as a dredge line won't come through first. Instead, a charm from Knight with the last Spirit Rush to get him out. TES lose out with JDG finding some good picks off the back end.
JDG taking advantage of JackeyLove not being there. like, kudos to top, because that was a very close fight with no AD carry on your side. But at the same time, yeah, just like you said, it was Tian. Tian was really the one to run in, start that one off, and getting abused for it. Now we need to keep our eyes on that Rift Herald. It's going to be a fight going for that. So we see it start off with Kanavi going for the invade, but being overzealous, not reading where 369 could be, is not showing in any lane, could just be here. And it's really going to be the difference maker, because he goes in. We see 369 bring him back out. I am so sad for Ruler that he didn't end up picking this one up off the ulti, but having the man advantage, especially as his TP comes in. But Missing actually finished it off. But Rookie's ult there was massive. It got a ton of damage in on JDG's other members to where they had to start backing off. And had JackeyLove made it here a little bit sooner, right, could have been the difference.
I missed that in the play. I mean, I was wondering. I was like, Tian must have just burnt down. He did like a micro flash just to get a gleaming quill.
Yeah, great for Missing. And one of the reasons why Missing, you know, on some teams it's kind of easy to not talk up the support, which is kind of just sadly with how unflashy the role has become, especially with so many enchanters. So now we're making it back to like engaged champions, right? So I never see them happen in MVPs. But it's nice that Missing has cemented himself as a player we're talking about, finding some kind of silly and really nice plays coming through. Now it's Dragon time, Hysterics. And you have no summoners on Ruler.
Been stacking it up all game, haven't they? Ruler with no summoners. He's got the movement speed out of Static Shift though, but you're right. We're going to keep track because JackeyLove has all of his. And as you said, he wasn't in that last fight. This could be our first 5v5 as Teleport's being channeled in the mid lane. Knight looking for a pick. Trench line doesn't connect. Charm on the back end does with Everfrost following up, but no damage there just yet. This is all the fight for the wave to then move into River.
JDG trying to do a nice job of just dissuading them from coming through. They match the posture in mid, and now just having two members do this one. We need to keep our eyes on the Vi. He could just single out Ruler with that lack of summoners.
But I mean, Wayward still waiting to get in. Tian now running up, just steals it. Thank you so much. Stops the dragon stacking. And TES now looking for the fight. It's the flash onto Missing. And 369, but the re-engage is there. Knight layering down. It's not a big ulti from Rookie, but it's a big ult from Kanavi. Spinning in the choke. Spitting on top Esports in the choke. It's an absolute wipe with Kanavi reigning king again.
We heard Kanavi was the shot caller from this squad in an interview by 369 right before this game, and him showing he's the perfect eye for the engage. JDG's team fight overall was so beautiful. Though for TES, questionable. I'm sure we're going to get the replay very soon, but like throwing your vial towards the Cassante, all leaning onto the Rakan in this tight-knit choke against a Rakan, against a Wukong. I'm more surprised he didn't try to like aggressively angle here. Because it's like, okay, sure you got the objective, but play around the lost summoners. And they're like, okay, we do want to go for a fight. Ult onto the Cassante, flash stun coming out from Renekton onto Rakan, who could very easily get away, and you leave yourself exposed for Kanavi to flash through and get this huge Cyclone. We're on the backline, look, the whole time, Knight following up with the Spirit Rush. Ruler trying to get in a position to deal damage, but really just, with the fact that Kanavi's the one so far ahead, it's just great that he set himself up over that blue buff.
Just an insane performance coming through from JDG, but you're right, top esports. Someone let them cook for too long because that was a lot of nothing. As JackeyLove failed to flash over the wall, now has no summoners. By the way, Ruler with the Nashes has just come through. As two item kites are here with a bit of AP, those W's really gonna hurt as we get to the point where Lyric, JDG now take control, 3k gold lead. There is a pause. Now, Tian got the last dragon. Observer has made a mistake, by the way, guys. That is a Cloud Dragon on TES. That's not for JDG. I don't know what the pause is about, but we're going to chill here until we find out.
The other day we had a long pause. Mizzou went off showing his plushie collection. You better not do the same to me.
I won't. I'm going to tell you guys a story. It's really upsetting. In our local store in Sydney at the moment, they've got this deal for the Samsung S23 Plus Ultra, right? Plus Ultra! Wait, no, it's just called Ultra. And this guy put a screen protector on it, but the bottom left of it's coming off, and so I didn't think, and so I lifted it up to fix it. And now I've gotten the bubbles out, but my fingerprints are on the sticky side of the screen protector. Can anyone DM me? Can anyone DM me and tell me how to fix it? It's a new phone. It's an expensive phone. The screen protector was like $30 for a little crappy bit of plastic. I don't know. Absolutely scam.
Wait,
can someone please DM me and help me?
Wait, so is the screen protector still on?
It's still on, but I just need to fix it.
You just need to get rid of that. That's step one. Step one is getting rid of that.
That's what my wife said. I'm not getting rid of it. I paid $30 for it.
Oh my god! You gotta listen to the missus. She's the better half for a reason, brother.
Oh my god!
I don't need to remind you about the tablet situation. I mean, remember the tablet from the wedding.
What happened with the tablet? Oh, if anyone doesn't know, I broke the celebrant's
That is a great
tablet.
story.
I literally okay, so the celebrant before my wife walks down the aisle, right? I'll tell you all. This is cooked. He makes some smart comment about me. You know, just like, oh, something about Jake, doing something. And I put my hands up. His tablet's like right on top of my hand, like right next to me.
Slams his iPad onto the ground.
No, I put my hands up like, what the hell? Right before I get married. And it flies. And I break his iPad right before I get married. Like, is that my fault?
No, actually, like pretty much right in the middle. Like right as the ceremony's starting. It was the most hysterics-esque wedding moment you could ask for, and I loved it.
It's so unfair. He hasn't called me to ask me to pay for the iPad yet, so guys, fingers crossed. I don't want to repair that. Oh man. Anyway.
Oh god.
Look, I still got married. That's the main thing, That's the iPad. I apologized in the ceremony, and that's all he's gonna get. Anyway, we're back in game. Bot side got pushed down, and JDG just came back from a pause. And I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they're trying to show us the lack of vision. That's what the observers were just highlighting, how dark it is for TES on the map right now. Any types of like crazy Baron plays that could come out would potentially just end the game. But engage from Tian.
And a big play, but the ulti from Rookie not connecting. I'm not sure what skies are descending, but it's like watching a Chicken Little movie, really. Everyone thinks he's faking it as Rookie's ult now down, but teleport used. JDG moving towards the Baron, Lyric, and
they want to force the fight.
One.
Yeah, okay, now your AD carries no summoners, but you at least got the Vi ult out of the way. And that's the big one that gives you easy access. Knight, though. This is a risky business.
Oh, God, at 5k, it looks pretty hard for top esports, but in comes a Cassante 369, the target as Kanavi goes in, but JackeyLove just annihilated. Out of his ult, he's down, and look at the backside, 369 is taking care of business. JDG beat BLG 2-0, and now top esports 7-1. Do you think they care? Do you think they're intimidated? Do you think the best team in the world gives a red hot damn who they verse?
No, for JDG, they are showing against. Doesn't matter if you're the best of the best. They will absolutely stomp you. They're gonna slam you into the ground just like Jake did to that iPad. And you know what? For TS, they're broken. They're destroyed. They're 9k gold down, and it's just once again a masterclass in some of the team fighting angles coming out for JDG.
This was meant to be the chosen series. And I mean, again, it's just JDG get to these team fights and Lyric all in on JackeyLove.
Look at that. Look at the coordination to be able to get that, just execute right down to a T. You can see them. Oh, another fight.
Oh, we are doing it again. JDG have grouped up for one last hurrah. Mark almost dying here to the hybrid Kaiser as the flyby service from JDG is at it yet again. Charm almost connecting as Wayward just doesn't do too much. Dredge line out of range onto the dragon. Guys, you'll think this is Soul, but Lyric, Tian got the steal. So this is a mistake in the graphic. This is Soul point. This is not Cloud Soul, guys. You'll see in a second. Wait, it said Tian got dragon. Huh? Everyone saw that on the graphic. Did League of Legends lie to me or what?
I don't know.
What?
I'm right there with you. You know what? you know, maybe we'll find out at some point, but it's not going to be right now. As Wayward is going to get solo killed by Nari.
He is. I'll check it. I'll check the VOD afterwards, make sure. But I'm pretty sure is whoa, my God!
This is just over.
This is better service than you get on Emirates. Is now for a double kill. This is first class. Ruler ready to run forward for the rest of it. Look at the damage coming out as Kanavi sacrificed his own life. Knight, one more Spirit Rush left in the tank with the charm. So close, Ruler finishes it off. And there's the reset. They will not be happy until they take them all down. The final blow goes in and Knight picks it up. Ladies and gentlemen, it was already obvious after BLG, but if it wasn't, now against Top Esports with another 2-0. JDG are red hot, in charge, first place. Our best team is annihilating any of the competition, even coming close to their spot.
They have now taken down the 3 teams right directly under them.